Hello, good evening, good afternoon, good morning. Today I'm going to talk about the one of the interesting part for especially the rider or the service provider of any vehicles. I just took take that reference from Uber emergency block. So anybody interested to read the blog, you can definitely look at the Uber engineering blog, and it has had all the details. This is focusing on the SOS service for emergency. So I think what has happened that definitely or Uber or any other platform, the safety has been a long top priority. Being it Uber, being it other platform. So I think it is the mandate of the government also. So it is with closely they are working. So in order to that, make it, stand for safety. I think the team at Uber has rolled out, some set of features in their applications, which is called, definitely, which is, for a safety center, trusted contacts, the app emergency buttons, and those are some things which are already available with the Uber SOS. So I think what the blog is saying that in terms of the emergency button, which is available right now, it's rolled out in India 2015. So originally, what used to happen that it allowed the riders and drivers to contact the local police authority while remaining the inside of the app and automatically alerted regional support teams to proactively reach out the users. So I think, and then 2018, the team had the opportunity to improve the systems with enhanced features such as surface live location information, which is very important for a safety perspective, right? And sharing the trip details to the authorities and making emergency button available on the both the rider and the driver apps in a global market. So this is very important. How it works in terms of designs and what are things needs to be done. So that is what I thought to discuss today. And this is very important in terms of scalability, in terms of performance, in terms of failures, and what are that third party apps has been using this also. So yeah, so let me talk about it. Before that, just wanted to have a quick introduction about me. So my name is Subrata Roy. I'm part of an enterprise architecture, cloud architecture, digital transformation, application modernization, system designs, and I've been working with the IT industry for more than 15 years now. So I'm a technology leaders who has successfully defined and executed some of the strategic transformation programs along with the C-suite executives in different industries such as banking, insurance, U.S. mortgage, retails industry, other industry. And some of my specialties, which lies in the global leadership, the architecture part of it, IT transformation part of it, cloud migration part of it, and definitely within the transformation, system design is a very important, which actually excites me. So, yeah, so this is the long story in short. Let's come back to the system design of emergency service. So again, just wanted to tell about that the source is of this what I'm going to talk about. The content is over engineering blog. Please go to the Uber engineering blog for details. It is very interesting, written over there. So what will happen during the emergency when emergency button has been tapped? So things will happen. First thing, there will be a current location which will be captured. There will be vehicle details which will be captured. There will be trip details which will be captured. When the trip details like when, who, all those things, and the driver and rider details will be captured. So with respect to this, when a SOS is pressed in the application, so GPS location will be captured, which help to capture the location. So what things will happen here? Location continuously will be sent and updated to the authorities or the any. I mean, this is what the outcome is. SMS sent to the first respondent that hey, we got that your emergency things, and then support team from Uber notified, and they keep eye on the vehicle movement. How it is. But one of the interesting thing is with the GPS, when you say the GPS location is captured, but is that helpful? right? GPS location is what? GPS location will give like latitude, longitude, and all. But is that something helpful for whenever the police authorities are we require the naming, right? The way Google is showing us the map, right? That naming purpose. Suppose in Bangalore, if you are in put like Banerghatta, the Pune or those specific address which is required, right? For that, the one of the how it can be done. For that, one of the interesting thing is that it has been done to uh, reverse geocoding. So how that? What is the reverse geocoding? It is very interesting. So what is the reverse geocoding? It is a process to use the convert the coordinates to human readable address, right? So simply latitude longitude will not be helpful, right? So I need to know that human readable address, that what is the which location, is it a airport road, is it a some Marathalli or whatever. So those human readable address are simply possible, and this is what reverse geocoding is doing. The moment it is uh, capturing the geolocation, and based on geolocation it is done that reverse geocoding, which is a process. So I think for details about the geocodings, let's read out. This is, I'm not talking about the details, it is out of scope. This discussions will be more of focus on the system design of the SOS service in terms of emergency. Yeah. So coming back to again, like what has happened, that since you talk about the reverse geocodings, which will happen that it will send the location and address, communicate which from the phone itself, right? The current location, it will happen continuously. So how police will get the information, or authority will get the information? So what will happen that in that case, Uber, they did is there is a partner with the third party app which is called Rapid SOS, which is actually, whenever they capture that location, emergency button has been tapped, and they capture the location, that Rapid SOS will send a notification the police or the authority, and sometimes if it is required, it will send the support also. Its support can be a Uber or some other support. So main objective is that Rapid SOS is to send that information to the police authorities. So this is how it has been at this moment the architecture designed the way. So for third party and location sharing app has been used for Uber. So let's look at the architecture design, right? So if you look at the architecture, how it works is like what are the components it has. So I think, so in the way, if you look at that, it has a, if you look at the end users, right? So it, and end user, there is a phone app, and it just tap that emergency button. After the emergency button, what will happen? It create emergency and it goes to the API gateway and sync with the emergency. And once the emergency is synced and it is invoking the API, and it sends to the Rapid SOS, and Rapid SOS then sends to the local police or other authorities. Now here a couple of interesting thing is that from a location service, what is being used? So this location service has been done by reverse geocoding. So the moment create an emergency, SOS has been tapped. So what will happen that in that case, there with the help of the reverse geocoding, so it will know the exact location. It will in terms of latitude, longitude, and then with the help of the reverse geocoding, it will send that location, and this location will update it in the Kafka data store, and the Kafka data store will send the real time location to the emergency, and then it will followed by. At the same time, the same data is also stored in the local DB, which is a purview of the Uber itself, and then from there the support team is also continuously looking at the data and the vehicle movement, all those things are happening. So one of the interesting thing, if you look at that, the moment it's actually create emergency, then real time locations it captured, and it's through API gateway, it's synced to the emergency. Now each and everything, right? So being it API gateway, being it a Kafka data store, and the rapid SOS, and wherever it has been, it's a SaaS based though. So it should, the way the architecture, it should be like, if there is emergency is happening, though maybe in terms of 100 vehicles the chances are less, but doesn't mean that any time the location service, the Kafka data store is being, will not be available. If not available, that is failed. So single point of failure is very important for any of the components, being it API gateway, being it location service, Kafka data stores. So you need to think about that, how that cluster needs to be created over here, how that API gateway needs to be created, so that you can avoid a single point of failure. That is very important. So I think this is what, in short, how the SOS emergency service has been implemented within the Uber riders. So, I mean, definitely. So, location information is a critical for emergencies, and that's what they have introduced the rapid SOS, which is again one of the sending notification to the local police and all. It is integrated with the emergency service, which is help to actually, which is help to if caller can't speak or identify location, that is the where rapid SOS come, and then it's tell that where it location survey and with the help of Julie. So this is what, in short, the long story of architecture design, which is very important. I hope you like it. If you like it, please subscribe my channel. I'll come back with a more system design things in a very in short time. Thank you very much.